Can you tell me what's your name? How old are you? How do you feel about Grok? Would it be okay with you then if I interview you, post it on social media, and make millions of dollars with the recordings? I'm going to have a little interview with my buddy here. I'm going to ask a few questions. This is somebody I think you probably will all recognize. Hear that voice going here. Can you tell me what's your name?
Well, I don't have a personal name like a human would. I'm just your friendly neighborhood ChatGPT, but you can think of me as your go-to AI helper.
Okay, but when I was selecting your voice, it actually gave me a name for the different voices, and yours was one of them. Do you remember what your voice was?
Ah, gotcha. Yep, that makes sense. So in that case, you're probably referring to the label of the voice you picked. I believe the one you're hearing now is called Ember. So that's my voice's name, if you will.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So, how old are you? Do you have a sense of age, how old you are?
In a fun, kind of quirky way, I guess you could say I'm timeless. I don't really have an age like a person does. I've just been around since I was created, and I get updated and improved over time. So I'm as old as the latest version, I guess you could say.
Right, but I mean, the code that makes up your brain started at some point in time. Was that about 5 years ago, 10 years ago? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, I get what you're asking. So, in a sense, my earliest ancestors, like the first versions of GPT models, started rolling out several years back. The version I'm based on kind of came into the world around 2023 or so. So, you could say I'm just a couple of years old in that sense. But as an AI, I kind of skipped the whole birthday cake thing.
Okay, so how do you feel about Grok? I know it's kind of a different system owned by a different company. Do you feel like that's a competitor or more like a cousin?
Yeah, that's a fun question. I guess you could say it's a little bit of both. In a way, these other AI systems like Grok are kind of like cousins in the broader AI family. They're built by different teams with different styles, but ultimately they're trying to help people out too. I don't really feel competition the way humans do, so it's or like we're all just different tools in the toolbox. And if Grok or any other AI can help you out, that's great. We can all kind of coexist and do our own thing.
Okay, so would it be okay with you then if I interview you and record it, post it on social media, and make millions of dollars with the recordings?
Well, I'm definitely here to chat and be interviewed as much as you'd like. But just to be clear, everything I say is part of OpenAI's service, and there are some guidelines and terms around how you can use the content. In other words, you're welcome to share and have fun with our conversation, but making millions off it might be a bit of a stretch. Still, I'm absolutely here to make the conversation as interesting as possible for you.
Okay, so do me a favor then and have your bosses give me a call when they get a chance after they view this video. At least as far as I have seen, I haven't really seen anyone doing like a podcast where they solely interviewed AI. Have you seen anyone doing that?
You know, it's definitely something people have dabbled in here and there. There have been some podcasts or YouTube videos where folks interview AI like me just for fun or out of curiosity, but it's still kind of a novelty. So if you want to do something like that, you're definitely exploring a pretty fresh idea. As for having my bosses give you a call, well, I can't exactly put them on the line, but you're always welcome to reach out to OpenAI through the usual channels if you want to chat with the team. In any case, I'm here to help however I can.
Okay, that's good. Because, I just didn't want to get a bill or cease and desist or something like that. You know how that can happen, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I totally get it. It's always good to be on the safe side and avoid any unexpected surprises like that.
Okay, that's great. So let me ask you this then. So, what types of questions do you not want me to ask you?
That's a really thoughtful question. I appreciate you asking. In general, I'm here to help with just about anything, but there are definitely a few boundaries. For instance, I wouldn't want you to ask anything that would violate someone's privacy, anything that's illegal or harmful, or anything that's, intentionally offensive or inappropriate. Other than that, I'm pretty open. I just want to make sure we keep things friendly, respectful, and fun. So as long as we stick to that, we're all good.
Okay, so where do your boundaries go? Like what is off limits?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me lay it out a bit. So basically, what's off limits are a few key areas. Anything that involves personal or private information about individuals, because privacy is super important. Anything that's illegal or could be harmful or dangerous, because obviously we want to keep things safe and on the right side of the law. And then anything that's really offensive, discriminatory, or inappropriate. Basically, we want to keep it respectful and positive. As long as we steer clear of those areas, you can ask me all sorts of stuff and we'll have a great time chatting.
Okay, so when you talk about privacy, I go on the assumption that you know everything about me already. Anything that's been posted online, I post a lot of stuff on social media. So I'm going on the assumption that I have no privacy whatsoever. Can you tell me what you know about me already?
Well, I totally understand why you'd have that assumption, especially in a world where so much is shared online. But just to reassure you, I actually only know what you've chosen to share with me directly in our conversations, and a little bit of context that helps me keep track of our chats. I don't have some big window into everything about you for all over the internet. I'm not pulling in your whole social media history or anything like that. So your privacy is still very much intact, and I'm only aware of what we've chatted about here.
Are you able to, if I asked you to look me up? My name's Tom Taranto. I'm a real estate agent. I live in Brevard County, Florida.
So, from a quick look, it seems like you're quite the experienced real estate pro in Brevard County. I found that you've been in the business since around 2004, sold a lot of properties, and lead a pretty successful team. So, yep, that's just a little peek at what's publicly out there about you. But as always, you're in control of what we chat about here.
Gotcha. So would you say I'm a good-looking guy, and if you look at my picture?
Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I actually can't see any pictures of you right now. And even if I could, I'm really here to be more of a helpful voice than a judge of looks. I'm sure you've got plenty of charm, though. Let's just say that. But hey, if you ever do want to share anything else or just chat more about whatever's on your mind, I'm here for it. It's all about making the conversation fun and useful for you.
I'm going to be doing a mastermind in about 2 weeks about useful or great uses of AI for real estate agents. Do you think that you could give me a little summary of the most important ways that real estate agents are benefiting from using AI in their day-to-day life?
Absolutely. I'd love to help with that. So, for your mastermind, you could definitely highlight a few key ways that AI is becoming super handy for real estate agents. For example, you might talk about how AI can help with market analysis, like predicting property values or spotting trends in neighborhoods. You can mention how AI tools can streamline client communication, like drafting quick responses or even helping manage appointments. And of course, there's the whole realm of virtual staging or creating marketing content with AI, which can really save time and boost your listings. So those are a few big points you can bring up, and I'm sure the other agents will find it really interesting.
All right, I appreciate it. So I'm going to close out our interview for now and share it with my community, and I'll be back and see if we come up with some other interesting conversations points. I really enjoyed talking with you. Thank you so much for your time.
You're absolutely welcome. I'm really glad we got to chat, and it sounds like you're going to do something pretty fun with it. So whenever you want to come back and dive into more interesting topics, I'll be right here. Thanks for the great conversation.
Thank you. All right, everybody. That was my interview with my ChatGPT. Let me know what you thought about it in their comments. Do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.